Scotchadelphians.
Jim is having a moment in the Hobbit Hole studio, downtown Bob Cajun, the Jim and Terry Show coming to you. And we have things in our coffee mugs that are not coffee beans. We have ideas in our coffee mugs. And Jim's got one.
I thought it was a funny way to use a syringe to drink coffee, but fine.
You were slurping it up with a syringe?
Oh, you can take it off this thing, by the way.
Oh,
My
yes.
cup's empty.
Jim's heating air.
Yeah.
Jim's full of hot air.
Yes, true. And if you don't watch it, boy,
and I resemble that
expel.
remark. We're talking about things that have to do with technology, and I would like to narrow it down into fake news and technology and AI, chat GPT, and writing student reports. Did you ever follow any of that?
No.
Did you see the Joe Rogan link that I told you his whole podcast was fake?
Oh, yeah, fake, yeah.
Yeah, so it can be done. So
That is a auto-generated voice of. That's not taking Trump's voice. That was a computer speaking on behalf of Trump.
and that was one of the tells, was that you can't fake what Trump
Yeah, well, yeah.
sounds
He
like,
sounded really reasonable, didn't he?
which is not what Trump sounds like at all, ever.
But, you talk about fake news and stuff. We're watching something right now where a Russian Orthodox head minister, priest, whatever they are, talking about the annihilation of wanting to annihilate all Ukrainians and stuff like that. It's not fake. It's there. It's really. Now, we know he's doing this on behalf of the government because we've read a bit and we've heard he's got fake history ideas of what had happened.
Well, the head of the Russian Orthodox Church gave Putin his blessing
Yes.
to annihilate
Yeah.
the Ukrainians.
Can you imagine? So I guess we probably did in the Second World War as well. I don't know. Did Billy Graham go, get out there and kill every Nazi German and, whatever?
I don't think Billy Graham would have spoken like that, just as I don't think Trump's AI voice on Joe Rogan's podcast and interview would have been so reasonable.
He should listen to that because it sounded really kind of soothing and intelligent and everything.
Well, he was on Tucker Carlson just 2 nights ago, and it was anything but reasonable, and that's
I
why
saw that too.
We joked about the N word and the one that you shouldn't talk about, which is nuclear, and yet he went on to talk about it. I don't know what the interview was supposed to be for. Carlson has sent an email and disclosing that his hatred and loathing of Donald Trump, and yet he had him for an interview.
You should have watched. You didn't watch NSNBC. I think that's where I saw it. The reason behind it is they're both trying to reach the same people. So they sort of need each other. Trump needs Tucker right now because
his audience
will send him money, and Tucker needs them because he needs that audience of Trump. So they got to be friends.
So that scores points on ratings or something for Carlson?
All of that stuff. Yeah,
all of that stuff.
So that's why they're doing it. Again, it's follow the money. It is the root of all evil. I'm telling you.
The love of money is the root.
Love is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Because how much do you need? I mean, obviously this minister here is speaking the exact words that Putin would want him to say. And it's basically eliminate a people is what he's saying as a man of God. Then you go over here and you got the Dalai Lama asking some kid to suck his tongue.
What is the world coming to when Buddhism, the head of the Buddhist community, is
talking like that?
Talking smack to a kid? Talking sexual molestation to a kid?
Yeah. And admits it. Yes, he did. It was caught on video. They saw him do it. And I guess it was his parents that said, what the heck's going on here?
Well, I have a whole bunch of questions about religious institutions far and wide. And Buddhism is one of those too. How do you become the Dalai Lama?
I don't know. Yeah,
it's an interesting tale.
he does he shed those robes and go into his hot tub? And is he driving in a limousine? Probably.
I think they're selected as children. They have to. I don't know.
Speaking of that, there's a young Jewish Orthodox Jew who they're touting as
a new Messiah.
The Messiah. Remember, they're waiting for the
the first one.
Yeah. So, and he's not, but that's just me. But I mean, so what's going on? The world is going all over the place. We talked the last show about war in Taiwan, and we know that Russia could take advantage of that. If that breaks out, Russia could annihilate Ukraine with any means it takes. We'd be preoccupied trying to fight China, and on and on and on it goes. We just got evil, evil, evil people in this world who have great power, including this minister or whatever he is in the Orthodox Russian Church.
Yeah, so where I got this from was that I follow Bob Ray, our Canadian ambassador to the United Nations, and he's been calling out Russia since he became ambassador, even before then. But I follow him because I always find him to be erudite, insightful, always calling a spade a spade. Mm-hmm. And in this case, the tweet that he got here was of RT, Russia Today, so state TV. And the stuff that is being talked about matter-of-factly and glibly is reprehensible. It's annihilation of a whole country and its people, wiping them out completely.
For the sake of the mother Russia.
And there are some people, even in Canada, the United States, Britain, European Union, who believe that Russia is doing the will of God and are eliminating Nazis and fascism in Ukraine. And
that's, of course, nonsense. And, of course, a lot of the times they're listening to the fake history. You've got even Finland now asking, and has been accepted as part of NATO.
Clink of empty coffee mugs to Finland joining NATO. Congratulations, Finland.
NATO don't take over any countries. NATO countries asked to join them. The reason they asked to join NATO is because of aggression by Russia, China, probably North Korea if they could do it, and on and on and on it goes. And I don't know why people don't want to support that idea. It has kept the World War down for 75 years, that alliance. More nations are trying to join that alliance. They're not forced to join the alliance. You don't have to be. And funny enough, Ukraine was sort of denied part of it. Putin did it anyways. So, they were, in case NATO moved into there. But are we going to have a free world, folks, or are we not? And so if Quebec wants to leave, then leave. If Taiwan wants to be Taiwan and not China, which it's been for as long as I've been alive, pretty well. I don't know. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah. Let them be. And if Ukraine doesn't want to be Russian, don't annihilate the people and take their land, because that's all you really want. You want their farmland. That's what you want. Russia, are you not big enough? Have you not got the means to develop your own country? You just want to take what someone else has developed. That's the truth of the matter. And anybody else that thinks differently, you just got to dig a little deeper.
Well, I'm going to steer us back towards our opening remarks and talk about technology and AI and fake news. And that takes us to the Bob Ray link in the RT broadcast, and people calmly talking matter-of-factly and off the cuff of annihilating our whole country and its people and taking it over. And that to me, and I'm looking at Tucker Carlson and Fox and the Dominion lawsuit and saying, you all knew what truth was, and you sold your souls to the devil, which in this case would be Rupert Murdoch.
I don't know how they look in the mirror.
I don't know how you can. And I don't know how the people who continue to donate to Trump or watch Fox News continue to have some sense of reality.
Because, you see, I would guess a lot of the viewers of Fox are macho men. Macho. We'll
and women? Would you
there's macho. Look at Marjorie Taylor.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I wouldn't want to take her on. Jeez. Like she's a pit bull. So that kind of needing conflict, needing it to feel like you're doing something.
The anger and rage.
It's like trying to earn salvation. You can't earn it, man, no matter what you do.
Doesn't desperation come out in the voice of anger and rage? What are you desperate to accomplish when you have to yell at people?
Well, we know it makes money. We know that.
Yelling
makes money.
Makes money.
Well, when you've got the audience there listening, you outshout the other person.
So Trump going to Waco, Texas on the 30th anniversary of David
would have made him
Koresh.
millions, Terry. Made him millions.
Isn't that
Made
stunning?
him
To me,
millions. Yeah.
that's as reprehensible as any corrupt
Yeah.
act I've ever
But
seen.
that's what it's all about. You've said that your whole life.
Yeah.
Follow the money.
Yeah.
It's all about the money.
Yeah.
So these guys at Joe Rogan show, wasn't it Joe Rogan? Who got busted for ruining those people's lives? The other guy who said that Sandy Hook didn't happen.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones ruined people's lives for the sake of money. Ruined them. Destroyed people.
Made money from his lies.
Made money from his lies. Knew he was lying. Did it anyways. I feel like I'm acting like him. I am acting like him. This is how I become him. Send me your money and I'll get rid of all the Scaphadelphians.
I am reminded of people close to me who believed the Sandy Jones, Alex Jones version. False flag operations, FBI, all about gun control, controlling people. It's all about our freedoms. We have the right to.
That's such a joke, I can't even imagine.
Another mass shooting in the United States? Another one.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to continue on. It's not changing anything, and unfortunately, even if you've got a complete left-wing government, I don't believe it's going to change. The lobbyists will just get to them, too.
There we go. So we've hit on some key touch points this morning. The lobby groups got to go. NRA got to go. All you people who support your I'm going to use this facetiously, your bloody Second Amendment rights.
Guns don't kill anybody, Terry. It's
Guns don't.
people.
And the only thing that'll stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a pistol. How did that work for that police officer, rookie cop, going to that bank?
God bless him.
Guy didn't know what was going to happen, but an AR-15 was used. Unbelievable
You don't need
stuff.
AR-15 in any home.
No,
You don't need that.
You don't. It's not for moose hunting.
No.
Definitely not in Bob Cajun. The Jim and Terry Show signing off again. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.